Whew. Don't you find you just sing that everywhere? If you're outside, you got that reverent air about you because everything's holy. I just love it. Okay, well, today, as we know, is the last Sunday in the first month of 2022. And since 2022 is up to you, today might be a good day for a review. We might want to ask ourselves, how was January for me? Have these past 30 days felt better and better? Did I use the moments of my days as a powerful opportunity to prove to myself that my thoughts matter and how I feel matters because I know, or I'm beginning to be aware that what I think and how I feel draws to me the experiences of my life. Abraham Hicks put it this way: have you accomplished your point of attraction deliberately or by default? Have you prepared the atmosphere around you by deliberately meditating and by quieting your mind, by making a list of what you want? Or is your point of attraction a knee-jerk response to something someone else said or to something you're observing around you? Either way, we are creating our experiences. As Reverend Kim mentioned last Sunday when she was talking about her upcoming class this Tuesday, The Power of Decision, she quoted Raymond Charles Barker. He said that we can make intelligent decisions in an intelligent universe, or we can make unintelligent decisions in an intelligent universe. We can be a deliberate creator of our life experiences by noticing our thoughts and deciding which ones we want to focus on and give our energy to and just let the rest of them pass through. Or we cannot notice. We can decide not to notice. We can decide not to even care about what we think and how what we think causes us to feel. And we can be a sitting duck in a world where anything can happen. How we greet the day, how we talk to ourselves, how we feel about ourselves when we're alone, how we abide with the people and situations and conditions that come into our life is our choice, and what we choose matters. If we want to live the life we want to live, if we want to increase our joy as we live it, if we want to change some of the things that don't seem joyful to us, what we call to us occurs through our individual freedom of choice and our power to make our own decisions about our life. I'm going to keep reminding us all year about our theme. 2022 is up to you, as if our life depends on it, because it does. What happens to each of us, our life, depends on us and us alone. We can't control what happens in the world around us, but we can thrive while we're alive in it by choosing how we will travel through the happenings. The beautiful spiritual teacher Robert Adams said, when you begin to identify with your real nature, which is love, then you sail through all the so-called calamities of life. We can choose to remain peaceful and calm no matter how chaotic the world might be in any given moment, but we won't believe that's true unless we practice taking charge of our thoughts and feelings. Otherwise, we'll doubt if our life truly is up to us, when there seems to be so many others, our family, our friends, our co-workers, the newsmakers in the world, the influencers in society that seem to have the power to pull us mentally and emotionally this way and that way, so that how we experience our life seems to be up to everybody but us. Though it's true there is only one universe that we live in, one boundless divine energy that imbues every living thing with the same life, just as the waves in the ocean originate in the same vast sea. And we can join with the energy of those around us. But it is a joining by choice and not by force. We are each one of a kind in the one life we share. There's nobody quite like you or quite like me. What we desire in life, what we're aware of within us, and what we are aware of around us is uniquely our own. Henry David Thoreau said, "It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see." No one has the power to influence us one way or the other without our willingness to be influenced. Our mind is as uniquely individual to us as our body is. And just as our body is a spiritual gift that allows us to participate in this physical environment, our mind is a spiritual gift that allows us to create our experiences while we're here. When we say somebody really got in my head, it's important for us to remember that we opened the door for them to come in. William Blake, the beautiful poet, wrote, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite." The door to infinity is within us, but some of us let fear cause us to bolt it closed. So locked up that even our inner being, with all its divine power, with all it knows about us and what we desire in this life, and with all its infinite wisdom to guide us exactly where we want to go, even that holy presence can't enter our awareness without our invitation. That's how powerful we are. We read in the book of Revelation, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him, and I will sup with him, and he with me." Now, biblically, the word sup means to be in fellowship with, to be in relationship with, to join with. But nowadays, if you're cool, sup is a shortened way to say, what's up? Or what's new? What's up? Which is an excellent question for us to ask the only one that can answer that question for us. Our inner being knows what's up because the spiritual view within us is the high vibration of love, and the view is infinite. It knows everything and knows right where it is. Our inner being knows what's new because it lives in the present moment and only in the present moment, where everything is new. Where the doors of perception are always clean and clear, and infinite possibilities for creating something new are there for us. There's no relationship more essential to our joy and freedom. No other union that can give us eyes to see or ears to see what God has created us to be than the one we have living within us. That holy, non-physical, spiritual, vibrational aspect of ourself. The divinity that lives in us as us, even while we're having this human experience. It didn't go anywhere. If we're not courting that relationship, if we haven't been listening for inner guidance, if we've been ignoring our intuition and our gut feelings and asking someone else or the world in general what we should think about things and how we should feel, then we have been missing out on the wisdom of our better half. Which brings us to the topic of today's talk, how many times? And it's in recognition of Groundhog Day, which is coming up on Wednesday, and the movie that was made that was related to it. And if you saw the movie, then you know. And if you didn't see the movie, then I'll let you know that Bill Murray's character, Phil Connors, is a cynical, self-centered, know-it-all television weatherman. And he is, well, he's trapped in a time loop that where he's forced to relive February 2nd over and over again, and to repeat many of the same things that don't work for him again and again, until he decides to learn the life lessons that will help him to move on. I'll tell you if he did. You have to see the movie. Ever feel like you were in a time loop? Doing the same old things that don't work? And somehow expecting a different result? I mean, eating what doesn't agree with our physical body, or having angry words with the same person over and over again, or spending more than is financially available to us in the moment or in our bank account. Somehow believing that the next time, without our doing anything else, that things will be different. We won't feel sick eating that same thing. Next time we get angry with that person and we shout at them, we'll change their mind. And somehow there'll be a bank error in our favor. But as the saying goes, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I mean, we may get frustrated with ourselves and ask, how many times will it take for me to experience a negative outcome before I take the time to make the changes in my thinking that will cause something else to happen and bring about a more positive outcome? How many times? Only we can answer that question. Now, if we were to look at the world as a training ground for divine masters, and to think of ourselves as a divine being who has chosen to study abroad in this earth life with its time and space and contrast and duality for the purpose of experiencing our spiritual power and expanding our awareness of our freedom of choice, rather than feeling like a victim when life repeatedly goes in a direction we consciously don't want it to go. We'd consider it as part of the curriculum. We'd totally be into exercising our power over our mind to think consciously, to be aware. We'd be happy to change our thinking so we could manifest something wanted in this three-dimensional world, which is why we're here. We wanted to see it and taste it and touch it and feel it. We'd be happy to do that as proof to ourselves that we are a master of our life. In the way of knowing, we read, masters are never found struggling in something they don't like. I mean, we are free to sit in the last row of this Earth Life classroom and draw on our desk rather than listen to life and learn the lessons it has to teach us. I mean, we can grab a smoke behind the gymnasium rather than getting out and participating in this life and really becoming a master, which is why we came. We can let every unwanted thing frustrate us and make us angry, or we can let everything teach us. We can learn from pain and suffering that we have the power and the love of the universe to rise above it. That there is nothing in this dimensional world that can't be healed by the power in which we reside and resides in us. Every person, condition, situation, and event is an opportunity for us to prove our divine power, to draw to us a life that's a joy to live. But for us to learn anything positive from an unwanted experience, we've got to want to learn something positive from that experience. In the way of transformation, we read, how then will you use time? What will you construct out of your infinite field of awareness? What world will you look upon? What thoughts will you think? Who will you say you are in this world? Today, as they say, is the first day of the rest of our life, and the rest of our life is up to us. The rest is history. But we can do anything and have anything and create anything and free ourselves if we choose to. If what we're experiencing right now isn't pleasing to us in some way or in every way, and changing our mind is all that's required to bring about something more pleasing, what are we waiting for? If we're waiting for the world to change, it won't change until we do. Today was tomorrow, yesterday, and look what happened. In A Course of Miracles, we read, the basic decision of the miracle-minded is not to wait on time any longer than necessary. Time can waste as well as be wasted. We can begin right now, today, to practice deliberate choices, not to be pulled by the world, but to feel that urge and power within us to express. We can decide to intentionally respond to life's so-called calamities with peace and love and even joy, because we are free to choose it. Time is on our side, but let's not waste it or be wasted by it. The spiritual teacher Mooji said, what you are is eternal. Each one is just a manifestation of God's presence using the garments of time. While we're here, wearing these physical garments of time, let us choose to open the door to infinity within our mind and construct out of our infinite awareness all that is holy and beautiful and true and good until we're ready to graduate. Namaste. Okay. Well, this is the time of our service when we say thank you. And so thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support, your presence here in the sanctuary, live stream. Thank you for watching later. Just thank you for continuing to support this message of love and this spiritual community of love. And we feel every single one of you and your energy, and we know you're part of that spiritual community. And if you don't know how to support us financially, and we know a lot of you do, but if you don't, or if you're new this morning, our treasurer, Jamie Phillips, will give you a few ways you can do that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm just going to run down them here. If you're not here in the sanctuary right now, you can support us by hitting the donation button on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the contribute button. You can contribute via PayPal. Our email for that is lec2512, that's our address, at gmail.com. Or you can just send us a check to the Life Enrichment Center, 2512 South Dye Road, Flint, Michigan, 48532. And if you are here in the sanctuary, I'm going to ask our gratitude receiver to come forward. And while we are taking the offertory here in the sanctuary, we're going to play a song by Nemo Patel and Daniel Namad called Grateful.